Hey, it's Chris with LPT Realty, and here with another market report. This is for the month of July. So these numbers are going to be from April through June. So we got a 3 month window here of what we're looking at. And go ahead and get started so you can take a look, see what's going on in the Tampa Bay area for the real estate. All right, so market trends and key details. So currently we have 1.8 months of supply. Again, a normal market's going to have 4 to 6 months, so it's still a seller's market. Uh, it indicates that we have a tight market with limited homes. So sellers, this is great news for you as the demand for homes continues to outpace supply. So what we see from April through those June dates is we have inventory has gone up slightly. It's actually up like 52 some percent since this time last year. So quite a bit more in the market comparatively. Um, List to sold price is right around 98%. So if you look at the key details on the right there, it says list to sold at 747, 482%. That's not completely accurate. But it is still hovering right around that 80 there, that 98% mark as far as list to sold price. And then we see from April through June, the average sales price has gone from 440 to 460,000 for a single family home. So we look at supply and months of inventory. Over the last 12 months, like I said, it's been up 54%. But that's okay, buyers, because right now we're seeing a little bit of an uptick in inventory, and you're gonna have some more choices out there. So even if you've been waiting a while to jump in the market, now might be the perfect opportunity with more inventory out there. One of the big things is interest rates. They've really impacted the purchasing power. So um, just looking at principal and interest payment into the mortgage, when you look at your monthly payment, it includes your principal and interest, your taxes, insurance, and then if you have to pay any HOAs or CDD fees, that all typically comes out every month. It gets escrowed in your account and then it's paid once a year. Um, so when we look at purchasing power, you know, right now we're hovering at about 7%. So if you look at the average cost of a home at 440,000, at 7% equates to about a $2,900 payment with principal and interest. Okay. A couple years ago, when interest rates were lower at 3%, that same $2,900 payment would get you about 690,000 in purchasing power. So quite a significant difference there. We're talking about 150,000. It does make a difference if you're a buyer or if you're a seller that's looking to sell and buy something else. So there's some things to consider with the market changes and what the Fed's doing with our interest rates. It's neighborhood dependent. So what we're seeing now is we're starting to see seller concessions, price drops, more expired and canceled. That's where the seller's contract has either expired or they decide to cancel it because they're not getting the offers they want. Like I said, depending on the neighborhood, you're still seeing multiple offers, although it's not quite as crazy as it was during COVID. So if you were a buyer back 2 years ago and you were seeing the 50 different offers on one house over asking price, I mean it's still out there, but it's not as near as prevalent as what it was a couple years ago. So we look at the sold values, kind of the numbers that matter most, at least if you're a seller. In Tampa, median sold price is currently hitting right at 460,000. So that's a significant increase in the last 3 years and demonstrates a steady growth and a strong real estate market for the city and the surrounding areas of Tampa. So sellers, right now it's a great time if you want to maximize your return on investment. You're still getting top dollar for your home. It's not crazy like the 20 and 30% increases we saw years ago, but the market's ticking along at about 5 to 7% on average here in the Tampa Bay market. All right, active listings, buyers. This is for you because time is of the essence. So the median days on the market is 12 days, meaning from the time it hits the MLS listing service to the time it's under contract, you're looking at 12 days. It says 46 for April and 45 for June, but those are contract to close. So you're looking at that typical 30-day period from the contract when it's written through all your inspections and appraisals and everything else that happens. And then the turnover happens at the closing table when it goes from the seller to the buyer's ownership. So you're looking at less than 2 weeks. So if you're a buyer, get out there, know what you're looking for, what your budget is, where you want to be. You find something that suits your needs, and you got to jump on it. Home value. So these charts, all right, on the left, we've got back through 2020, and then on the right, it goes all the way back to like 07, 08, July of 08. So you can see a significant increase, in that 08 to 23, 15-year period. And then on the left is just kind of the COVID era, May of 20 through the current time. We went from a median of just below 300,000 in June of 2020 to a median of 442,000 in 23. So in 3 years, it's gone up 140,000 on average, your median price for a home. Big message there is, although renting may seem more feasible now just because of the prices and the interest rates, once you get into that home, you're kind of locked into that monthly payment. If you got a fixed rate loan, same payment every month. Your taxes and insurance are going to vary year to year, but for the most part, you know exactly what you're going to be paying for the next 30 years. And real estate tends to increase in value over time, leading to that's why they say it's one of the main wealth builders is home ownership. So take a look at the rental market trends. So if you look at the chart on the left, the 3-year rental cost for Tampa, kind of on the second row is your 3 bedrooms. So you're hitting right above $3,000 for a rental. The chart on the right here, and I pulled this off of Zillow, so you can go look at it. I can also put a link here in the video. But your break-even point, when does it make more sense to buy? So right now, according to their calculations, it is 2 years and 5 months. So in that point, you're going to end up pulling ahead if you're buying a home versus renting a home. Here is our market trends for the 30-year fixed interest rate on mortgages. Big thing here to look at, if you slide all the way back to 2001, 02 time frame, the rates we're at are a little higher than they are now. But I think we can all agree that if you had bought back then, the home values would have been, enough to recoup your investment, as well as interest rates lowered, you could have refinanced. And there's a lot of opportunities once you're in the home, either refinance, drop your PMI. That's all something we can discuss in a longer conversation. But just know over time, real estate tends to appreciate in value, and your interest rate can always adjust as the markets adjust, and you can potentially refinance in the future. All right, so here is the end of the slide. I'll put my contact information and in the links below. If you have any questions, or you're looking for a house, or you're thinking of selling a house, hit me up. Shoot me a message directly or comment below, and look forward to talking to you. Thanks.